Welcome back to Film Buff Bros, and in this episode, we're going to chat about our favorite marijuana movies.
Toke it up.
There's so many that I like. I don't smoke weed anymore, used to. But anyway, my runner-up is Half Baked. I think it's really, really, really over the top, and it has like the love story backdrop in it. But I'm going with Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. I talked about Next Movie before in an older episode and said that I think that is superior. It's more over the top. Cheech plays two characters in it. Lots of good things about it, but the more I think about Up in Smoke, it's just a really rewatchable movie. Probably more rewatchable than Next Movie. And Stacy Keach as Sergeant Stadenko in it is great. And then his bumbling lieutenants, or no, I guess he's a sergeant. So yeah, his deputies or whatever, his underlings are really hilarious. Like everyone acts believable in the movie. Great like adventure kind of story. You know, they're gonna go get the van. They don't realize that it's made out of marijuana. And yeah, I guess marijuana is really not at the forefront of like the plot, but I mean, it's obviously something they do a lot in the movie. It's a big part of the movie, and great soundtrack too, and just great characters that they created, and again, super rewatchable.
Yeah, I think as kids, Mom told us to watch that movie, and from the first scene where they're in the car and he's like, "Are you parked, man? I think we're parked, man." And then, like you said, all the side roles, Stacy Keach, Tom Skerritt, "Don't look at the birthmark, don't look at the birthmark."
Yeah. I wasn't looking at it.
it's great little encompassing scenes, and again, a great journey movie as well. And good movie to smoke weed too. I'm going with Friday. It's like a nostalgic thing. Like I remember watching it for the first time in high school and just wanting to smoke weed, and just thought it was so cool. The neighborhood, you feel like you're part of this neighborhood, sort of like the Burbs, but then also has like a rear window voyeuristic aspect to where you're kind of watching. You know, he's got this seat, they just sit out and watch everything happen. So I like the movie, but yeah, it's also a great weed movie because they may not be smoking weed the whole movie, but they're selling weed, they are rolling weed, they are talking about weed throughout the whole film. I really like it.
And it's the main plot point too. Smokey stealing the weed from Big Worm. Yeah,
exactly. And even like Up in Smoke, when they go to Skerritt's house, they're there to get pot, right?
Right. Yeah.
And just the ending where, you know, for his first writing effort, and where like Debo, it's like a fight at the end, and he's got an arc and all this. You know, he finds out that he's better off with his fist than a gun. Witherspoon as the dad, like all these great, Trish Tucker, great side characters.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah. Just a great sit around, smoke weed, watch the movie. The soundtrack again. So yeah, Friday. Even though I think you've said you liked Next Friday, so yeah, I think most of the Cheech and Chongs I would recommend, and I'd also recommend all three of the Fridays. Yeah, three.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I hope they make a fourth. I hope they use AI to bring back Tiny Lister and John Witherspoon. Just a couple points about Friday. It's cool that it all takes place in one day, so it kind of has like that journey aspect and makes it really well paced. And I like how they have all these different characters, Ezell, AJ Johnson's character, all these, like little like cameos in it that kind of have all these different stereotypical characters, right?
Yeah.
And ultra rewatchable.
Yeah, it actually just kind of reminded me of like Monty Python Holy Grail, the Journey movie, and then just you're on this journey and you're coming into contact with all these characters. Yeah.
And even Harold and Kumar is like, I don't know if you've ever seen that before.
Seen that one,
The first one's definitely worth a watch. I've seen them all, but yeah, the first one's definitely worth a watch.
Right on.
Anyway, that's our episode for this week. Tune in next week for another episode and click down below to like and subscribe. And also, please leave a comment and let us know what kind of movies you want us to see review next.
All right. Goodbye.